Hey guys, this is the girl Lala Charles. On today's video, as you guys can see in the topic, I will be talking about my PCOS and my 5 miscarriages. Stay tuned. Make sure you're sitting, subscribe so you can watch, and at the end, share this video with another female or anyone that you know that is struggling from with PCOS or a miscarriage. This video is for them. They need it.
Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a camera. You don't really to throw you out.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Again, I'm your girl Lala Charles, and I'm glad that you guys are here with me today. As you guys read, the topic for today will be PCOS and miscarriages. I'm going to start with the PCOS first, and then give you the miscarriage. I'm hoping that this video will not be that long, but it's going to be very informative. I've given testimonies before about what happened with me and the miscarriages and how I got my 2 daughters. But you know, when you're giving the testimony at church, because of the time, the limited time you have, sometimes you don't get to go into details so that people can understand what really happened and all of that, right? But I want to give God all the praise, all the glory that he rightfully deserved, because if it wasn't for God, I'm telling you, if it was not for God, I don't know where I'll be today. And if I would have been a mother, I should have got some tissues because I think I'm going to be crying. So let's get into it. I think I was about 16 or 17. I can't remember the age exactly, when my menstrual cycle started to be irregular. And it will come for a month, then it'll be like 2-3 months no cycle, and then it will come like 2-3 months again, and then it will take a break. I didn't know what was going on because I personally never wanted to have periods. But anyway, it did come because I'm a woman. This is what's gonna happen. So it came and it's been irregular. So my mother started asking questions, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. My mother's a nurse for 42 years. So she started to take me to doctors, and they said, what I think she has is PCOS. PCOS is polycystic ovary syndrome, right? Meaning that you have a cyst on your ovaries, and sometimes there are a lot of it. I had a lot on my ovaries. That's why my cycle take breaks for a long time, right? And what happens is that it causes problem now in getting pregnant, because when you're ovulating, right, the cysts block the eggs from flowing. You guys getting me? This is my understanding of PCOS from what the doctor explained to me scientifically and stuff like that. So she keep taking me to doctors, and doctors that she know, and then they recommended birth control, which will help the cycle to flow regularly. And so at an early age, I was on birth control to regularize my periods and all of that. Okay, fast forward now to 27. I was 27 years old and I got married. This was in 2011, which means this year we're going to be celebrating 14 years of marriage. And same year I got married, same year I got pregnant. I got pregnant 2011, had a miscarriage, twins. Now, I never had a miscarriage before and not fully aware of what's going on, right? I'm like, what? Is this supposed to happen? What's going on, right? Because I was raised in a culture where I have a stigma, where certain things they do not tell us. And oh my God, that conversation is gonna have to be for another day, right? Where they do not tell you certain things. So I didn't have much knowledge of a miscarriage, but I was hurt. But I don't think I was so hurt about the first miscarriage like I was about the second miscarriage. 2012, I got pregnant again. Another miscarriage. I'm like, what? So this is 2011 miscarriage, DNC. 2012, not the miscarriage, DNC, miscarriage number 2. There's a single, one baby. And I'm like, what? What the hell going on? Now, while this is happening in our culture, you get married and then you get pregnant. So you can imagine that it's now year 2, because they're expecting you to get married today, tomorrow you need to be pregnant. You need to be pregnant, girl, right? So that's how they treat us. Like, as soon as you get married, you're supposed to get pregnant. We are on to 2013. I didn't get pregnant in 2013, but I'm getting messages on my phone, which I still save to this day. I've changed my phone several times since. Didn't change my phone number, but I transfer my messages to the phone. Where I have messages in my phone, oh, I am barren. I can't breathe. I can't have children for my husband. All these different things, right? So now it's messing with me mentally. 2014, got pregnant. Twins. Another miscarriage. This is miscarriage number 3. Now, at that time, I didn't have, I think I had Metro Plus, you know, and the insurance wasn't that strong for me to get one of the other doctors that I wanted, right? I'm in New York City and went to the doctor. They did an ultrasound. I'm supposed to go back to the doctor. Went home. I had my next doctor appointment in 2 weeks. Apparently, when they did the ultrasound, the baby was dead inside of me and they didn't say anything. 2 weeks later, I went back to the doctor. Not a DNC. Moving on nicely. Miscarriage number 4. Miscarriage number 4. We are in, this is 2016. Miscarriage number 4. Pregnant this time, and I'm leaving work now to go to church, because our church had a Thanksgiving service, but it was in September, right? It wasn't like Thanksgiving season, but it was a Thanksgiving service, and I'm leaving work to go to church. Got to church, and was eating everything or whatever. Sit in the back, I'm eating, and then I'm like, I want to pee, but then the pee start to run down, right? And I'm like, what is this? What's going on? When I got downstairs, then to realize, membrane rupture, layman terms, water bag broke. 4 months pregnant. Went to the hospital. They said that the baby is still alive, but it's not enough fluid. They're going to have to take the baby. This miscarriage, it took everything in me. You hear what I tell you? Everything. Because they had to do induced labor, because it's 4 months. They couldn't just do a DNC. I went upstairs and I felt my pelvic start to tear apart. Because when you're inducing, it has to open up for the baby to come out. And all this time, I'm saying, God, you could turn things away. Fluid could come back, all these, because I'm praying and believing God for a miracle. And that didn't happen. Later that night, no, it was the next morning, my husband was there, and I said, I want to use the bathroom, but they said I cannot come off the bed because the baby isn't there yet. So they brought the pan and put me to sit on the pan, but I was laying on the pan. And I tell him, and I push the bottom of my belly, and poof, the baby came out. Miscarriage number 4. This happened on Friday. No, the Friday night was the service. This happened the Saturday. The Sunday I went to church and somebody, baby was getting christened. Listen, when I tell you it broke me, this miscarriage number 4, it took everything out of me. Because I'm not just a hairstylist, I'm also an event planner. And there was persons calling me to style, to decorate a baby shower. But I didn't give up. I held on to God. 2017, I decided at the beginning of the year, I'm going to become a mother this year. That's what I said. And I'm going to hold my baby. Right? No, I didn't say I'm going to hold my baby yet. I said I'm going to become a mother this year. Got pregnant. I went to a new doctor now. Let me rewind a little bit. I went to a new doctor from the beginning of 2017. And I told her I want to get pregnant and everything. And she said, okay, no problem. Now, the doctor that I went to see, they didn't take my insurance, but I was made up that if I have to pay out of pocket, if I have to empty my account, I'm going to become a mother. And I said, God, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I don't care what nobody else is saying. I'm not giving up on becoming a mother. 2017, March, I found out I was pregnant. 2 days later, I started to spot. Another miscarriage. Here we go with another miscarriage. Listen to me. I said enough is enough. God, I don't know what's going on. But if you do not want me to be a mother, let me know that you do not want me to be a mother. But God, in my heart, I want to be a mother. More so, I want my husband to be a father. I want to give him a child. Lo and behold, Memorial Weekend, when I decided I'm going to Sarah, I'm going to live my best life. You understand? Because it don't look like I'm going to become a mother. Right? This is my mouth speaking, but my heart is saying something else. Then, Memorial Weekend, I got pregnant. Didn't know I got pregnant Memorial Weekend. The whole of June, I started to feel terrible pain on my left side. It keeps hurting, it keeps hurting, it keeps hurting. Then I start to lose a lot of weight. But at that time, I was opening my first, I was opening my salon then. No, already at the salon. No, I'd already had the salon already. The salon happened when I had the miscarriage in 2014. I was busy doing so much things. And I was on my weight loss journey too, called PCOS. You need to be under 150 pounds for the periods to be regular. That's what they say, but I know persons bigger. But anyway, you're supposed to lose weight. Your weight's supposed to be, your body mass is supposed to be some certain number, depends on your age and your height. So go back to 2017 now. Found out I got pregnant. I found out on the 5th of July, it was our anniversary when I found out I was pregnant. And the 8th of July was my husband's sister's wedding, and I was walking in the wedding. I told him and I said, do not tell nobody. Do not tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I went to the wedding and I operated like somebody that didn't just find out I was pregnant or nothing like that. The Tuesday was my, I called the doctor and I said, I would like to come to a GYN appointment. So I went to the doctor for my GYN appointment. When you go to my doctor's office, the first thing you have to do is do the urine. They test the urine. They said, you're doing big things. But I already knew. Then when they test the blood now, your levels, my hormone levels was high. So I'm pregnant now. Then the doctor asked for a ultrasound. They brought in the ultrasound and boom, 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 boom. The heart beats. Listen to me. 2 sets of heartbeats, huh? Twins. All I could have said was, I thank you, Jesus. I thank you, Jesus. My doctor at that time was Dr. Cedar Owner, Turkish doctor. She said to me, I know you know how to pray. No matter what happens, I want you to pray. But we're going to figure out what's going on, and you're going to keep this baby. Now, before this appointment, after the last miscarriage, which had happened in March, she ran 16 tubes of blood. They tested for all these different things to see what could medically cause me to have these miscarriages. They didn't find anything. I said, God, if it is not scientifically, then it has to be spiritually. So I started, listen to me, 2017, I prayed like I never prayed before in my whole entire life. We're in 2025 right now. And my prayer life in 2017 cannot be compared to no other time. When I tell you I was desperate, I was desperate. And God saw how desperate I was in my heart. The doctor asked me to come back in 2 weeks to check on the babies. Went back in 2 weeks. Only one heartbeat. One heartbeat. And my doctor said, we're not going to focus on this diminishing twin. We're going to focus on the one that's alive, and your cervix is low. So we're either going to do cerclage, where they're going to stitch up your womb, and then they'll reopen it at 34 or 36 weeks. Or you could have progesterone. Progesterone could have the shots, or they have these tablets. You could put in the vaginal tablets. I said I'll take the progesterone. Dr. Ona hold my hand at every appointment. Every Tuesday, I was at the office for 20 weeks. No, up until I was 20 weeks, sorry. Because when I went, I was 10 weeks. Up until I was 20 weeks. She told me, she said, I'm moving to another hospital. You can either move with me or you can stay. And I will hand you over to Dr. Millicent Omer. Dr. Comrie, Millicent Comrie. And I said I will stay. Even though I love Dr. Owner, I stayed. Dr. Comrie, who is the director and a Christian, said to me, I know you know God, and we're going to pray through this. Every Tuesday, I was at her office. Every Thursday, I was having an ultrasound. Every Tuesday, every Thursday. Labor Day weekend, I was in the hospital. Peeing, spots. I prayed. End of October, Halloween time, back in the hospital again. I said, this child probably don't like holidays, and I'm a person that like holidays. Thanksgiving, I was in there for 6 days. Cervix open, 27 weeks. 27 or 26 weeks. Cervix open. Listen to me. I never spoke in so much heavenly language. I never did like I did in that season. I had my iPad and I had my phone. And I had it on replay. One song alone. One song I had on replay over and over and over and over for 6 days straight. Tasha Cobb's song, There's a Miracle in This Room. And I said, God, I want you to make a miracle out of me. I want a miracle come out of me. At that time, the NICU nurses will come and they will tell you things to prepare you. And then the priest came, and the priest was, talking to me and preparing me. And I said, priest, my baby's not coming out. My baby's not coming out. I went home after 6 days and I went on bed rest. A lot of people still didn't know I was pregnant. December 18th, I went back out to work on that same day, December 18th. This was my first day out at work. It was a Tuesday. Membrane ruptured. My doctor said, come straight. I called her. She said, come straight to the labor and delivery emergency right away. I called my husband and we went straight to the hospital. And she said, oh, there's still fluid. I said, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. She said, at this time, I was 30 weeks on that Tuesday. The Thursday, I was 32 weeks when I got in there. The Thursday, I was 33 weeks. And I said, God, it's not time. The Thursday, the doctor said to me, January 4th, you're going to be, we could keep you to January 4th. And once the baby's still in on January 4th, we'll take her out. I said, okay, no problem. It was 31 weeks. Yeah, 31 weeks. Yeah, 31 weeks, 3 days when she born, not 33 weeks. 31 weeks. I stayed in there. I prayed. My friend Natasha, well, she passed away now. She came every day and she prayed with me. And I said, okay, this is going to be my home until January 4th. Because I know she's not coming earlier. But let me rewind a little bit. I went to Barbados right after I had my miscarriage. I went to Ghana, then I went to Barbados. And my pastor in Barbados said to me, no babies yet? I said, no. He said, don't worry. You're going to hold your baby by the end of the year. Now I'm calculating March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I said, okay, it's possible, but whatever, you know? That's what I said. Fast back forward now. The 19th, I'm there. The 20th, the 21st, I'm there. 22nd. The night of the 22nd, I called my husband at 11 o'clock. He had just got to work. And, you know, the hospital base is not so big. So I turned and I found a very good spot. And I said to him, I'm going to call you back because this spot is good. I'm going to sleep in this spot right now. In this position. Went to sleep. Call him back around 4 a.m. That was when I woke up. And I said, I have to move from this spot. This spot has become uncomfortable now. So I'm on the phone talking with him. And then I turned and then I'm like, oh, this spot feels comfortable. I'll call you back. As soon as I tell him I'm going to call him back and I try to get a little bit more comfortable, my whole entire body started to hurt. From my head to my toe. I touched my arms, it hurt. I touched my legs, it hurt. I was like, what is this? For the first time, I rang the bell on the bed. Because the doctors would come all the time. Because I was monitoring the baby from outside. And it was like, did you get that big contraction? I said, no, I didn't feel it. Because one of the things I prayed to God was that, God, I don't want to feel any contractions. I don't want that pain because I do not like pain. And 9 doctors ran in when I rang that bell. It was about after 5 in the morning. And they put the gel. It was fire. I bawled. It was fire in my belly. It was trying to do ultrasound. They couldn't do the ultrasound. They communicated with my doctor. She was already on her way to do another emergency C-section. And she came. The nurses from the NICU, they came in. They said, when your baby come, you're not going to know when she's born. We're going to take her. And I'm sorry. I'm feeling uncomfortable right now. Okay, sorry about that. They said, we're going to take her. And we're going to put her in a bag. We're going to take her to the NICU. And you can see her later, whatever. I said, no. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. They said, I understand how you're feeling. But they don't understand. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to my God. I'm telling God, that's not going to happen. Right? Then this song came to me. And I started to sing this song in my mind all the time. What was the song again? You didn't bring me this far to leave me. Right? And then the priest The same priest came, and as soon as I saw the priest, I said, "Priest, Father, I've never disrespected a man or woman of God, and I'm not going to do it today. Please do not come. If you cannot, shabra, shabro, you cannot go into heavenly language. I'm not having it today. Not today, not today, not today." I was at a point where this was beyond desperation. This is about me and God right now. God, I don't want nothing else but for my child to be alive, to have a safe pregnancy. I must know when my baby born. I must hear her and I must see her. That was one of the things, right? So I didn't want to hear anything else. My doctor came in. She said, I have another emergency. I'm going to do the emergency now. They're going to prepare. They're going to take you over to the OR and we're going to operate. She said, what I think happened is probably the placenta has removed itself. But I'm going to rush and I'm going to come right back to you. Just keep prayerful. That's all she needed to say to me. I continued to pray. They're trying to get my husband to come from his job or whatever. He works in Jersey. Had to come to Fort Hamilton in Brooklyn. Anyway, they prepped me. I went over in the OR. They did the anesthetic team, did whatever they had to do or whatever. I lay in that room and I said, God, it's only me and you in here. And a miracle is about to come out of me. God, she's not going to need no oxygen. Lord, I want to see my child and I want to hear her. Lord, I give it all to you. And I let go. For the first time in this whole entire pregnancy, I let go. I let God have his way. I felt the cut, the tug, the push, and let me tell you, this child was as loud. My husband said she sounded like Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, and Whitney Houston mixed together with a high note. The doctor said, this is a miracle. Exactly what I was praying to God for. A miracle to come out of me. A miracle came. A miracle. I said, thank you, Jesus. Tears came on my eyes. They wrapped her and they brought her around because I was having a C-section. No, the screen you can't see. And they wrapped her and they brought her to my husband. And both of us cried while I spoke in tongues. What I did for the whole entire time. Even though she's 7, about to be 8 right now, the only thing I do all the time is thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Because guess what? She was in the NICU not one time did she need any oxygen. Not one time. She didn't need it. And they said she's going to need oxygen. Everything that the doctor said, the medical doctor said, my spiritual doctor said no. Because I believed. Because I trusted God. And I knew that if anybody was going to do it for me, it was going to be him. It was going to be him. After 5 miscarriages, and after I found I was pregnant with her and she was a twin, which when they did the DNA was a boy. After that, she came. And nobody deserved the honor and the glory more than my God does. There is nothing you can tell me to make me stop serving God. There's nothing you can do to discourage me from serving God. Now, after April, this is a little bit on the PCOS. After my periods came in April of 2017, as of this date in 2025, I never got another period. But guess what? I have a 4-year-old daughter. I was 12 weeks pregnant when I found I was pregnant with her. And when I went to my doctor, I said to her, I said, how is it? I started to Google. You know, we Google and we find out a lot of stuff on Google. I was like, how is it I can be pregnant with no period? Now, it's not, I'm not happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. But I'm like, how is this possible? My doctor said to me, I am not God. And God can do anything with anybody He feel like. I said, God, I asked you years ago for a miracle to come from me, which you gave me. But I thought that was the end of the miracles from God. But it wasn't. He blessed me with another daughter who I call blessing. And my first daughter I call miracle. Those are not the names on their birth certificates, but those are the names I give them because this is my miracle after 5 miscarriages. And my small daughter is my blessing. It was what I was not looking for, but God found I needed. It was what I was not prepared for, but God blessed me with. And her pregnancy was totally opposite. I went to the doctor every 3 weeks. No issues, no problem, no anything. She was just in a hurry to come out. And she came out at 36 weeks. I want to encourage any woman that's watching my video with any medical issues, scientific issues, to know that there's a spiritual God. That our God, who is spiritual, could break any physical chain, any scientific chain. Our God could unblock, cancel, root up anything that was either set from whatever generation or that is even there to stop you from becoming a mother. Because I know there are women that wants to be mothers. I know, and I want you to be a mother. I want all my friends to have children. 1 or 2. I know about 3 and 4, but 1 or 2, right? I would love all of my friends, but as women, we go through so much. And the stigma, the stigma with our upbringing is that you don't talk about these things. But how would you know how to help somebody else? And how would you know? Like every time I hear a woman have a miscarriage, it hurts. It hurts me. Because I know I've been there. I had friends that had 1 miscarriage and it was like they were going to take their life. And people said, I don't know how you got through 5 miscarriages. I don't know myself. I don't even know myself how I got through it, because if God wasn't there, if God was not by my side, I would have never been a mother. And if I hadn't put all my faith and all my trust in God, I wouldn't have been. But I want you to know, get tested. Find out what's medically wrong with you so you can attack it spiritually and let God have His way in you. That's it for today, guys. Please share this video with another person. Like and comment. Subscribe if you want to hear other videos like this that I will be talking about. Thank you, guys, and have an amazing day. And remember, there's only one God.